Hello to all my friends out there. I was just thinking about something. I used to have this boyfriend, and his sister said, Ruthie, why the hell are you so cheap? And so crazy me, I'm trying to think, why the hell am I so cheap? Well, finally I told her, I think it's hereditary. One of my aunts on my dad's side were cheap, extremely, especially in their old age. Now, I'm not talking about a cheap skate. I'm just talking about generally kind of cheap, like, you know, to make your money go further. And so my one Aunt Ruby was very, very thrifty, and she didn't really have to be that cheap either. She was married to, I think, a pharmacist or something like that, and he died. And then she moved back to Bunkerville by her sisters, Bunkerville, Nevada. It's right on the corner of Arizona, Nevada, and another state, I'm forgetting, California. So anyway, so it's about 6 hours from here. So I guess it's hereditary. So I'm in my car eating my can of soup. Ooh, I'm spilling on my car is all messed up. I'm still a little out of whack. Chicken and stars. Of all the soups, someone said I can't eat this stuff, cold. It's not that bad. I do it all the time. Of all the soups, probably Campbell's is the best, but it's about $1.49 a can. I got this one at Grocery Outlet. Sometimes I give them to the homeless. And then I have crackers. Those taste good with the soup. Crackers are a good thing to stockpile, because then if you run out of bread or something, you have crackers with your tuna, or crackers and peanut butter. Never discount crackers and cheese. My son grew these tangerines, and they're really, really good. I didn't know how good. I was really, see, look, I was really amazed that they sold the way they did until I got home, and I thought, wow, you know, they're so delicious, because, you know, they were grown in my son's yard. So my son is not really in that big of a hurry to sell the fruit. It's just nice to go out there and pick some. But look, Lakeside, and they have tons of seeds, so in case you want to sprout some of your own. I'm saving the seeds. Okay, so that's what I'm having for lunch. So this is a very cheap lunch, in case any of you need some cheap lunch ideas. Okay, so now what this video is, if you stockpile for 3 things, chances are you're going to be so much better off if this inflation kicks in. It's going to kick in. Number 1 thing, make sure you have everything to make bread. Last time, when the corona hit, there was no yeast to be found. So I bought tons of yeast to make sure something like that would never happen. I try to make homemade yeast. It tastes like crap. I would make it if I had to. I also stocked up on a lot of soda, baking soda, and baking powder. So if you have bread, you can also make little filled sandwiches. One of the best ones I like, you can either make them like, you know, a turnover, or you can fold the bread up. I posted 3 videos on my Twitters for you guys. One was a filled bread, and the other ones were 2 filled potato cakes. And I'm going to make those tonight, because I have everything to make them and I don't have to buy anything. So, okay, if you have everything to make bread, then you can make pancakes. So if you have some eggs and some pancakes, so much better than eggs and no bread. historically the wheat would run dry. There's a story about the U.S. They asked us for corn. They meant wheat, and the U.S. sent them corn, and they were insulted because that's what they feed the animals. They were talking about wheat. So, you know, we have this, a lot of people like me are saying, well, this is the beginning of the grand solar minimum. We're seeing rain. We're seeing snow. Have you guys seen the 4-inch hail? I mean, huge, like golf balls. I've been in a bad hailstorm in Oklahoma. The rain comes down like crazy too, and it's extremely hot there. So, okay, so you want to make sure you have bread. You want to make sure you can make biscuits, you know, things like that. A lot of times, biscuits and eggs. I used my hamburger bun to make a sandwich the other day. So number one, I'm not going to go into everything you can, but if you have bread, it's going to be so much better. And it doesn't cost you at this time much to buy a big bag of flour at Smart & Final for $6. Number two thing is potatoes. You've heard about the potato famine. People literally died when there was no potatoes. And I'm going to be making some potato cakes, and you just go watch the videos. Those tell you, but also you can just, you know, fry your potatoes into like little cakes. But if you stuff them with, if you have meat or if you're a vegetarian, vegetables, that's going to help you so much. Also, if you ever have to eat rice and beans, it's going to help you so much if you have potatoes. And then what's really good is if you stockpile a lot of potatoes and some start to sprout, you can cut the eye out, or you can just plant the whole entire potato in a 5-gallon bucket. During the potato famine, something was wrong with the ground, and you know, the potatoes would not grow. So you want to make sure you have potatoes. I stockpile instant potatoes. I have canned potatoes. Potatoes are really a big deal. So number two is potatoes. Number three is cornmeal. So why is cornmeal such a big deal? Well, you need corn, flour, or meal to make cornbread or tamales. How the tamales are going to help you is, say, if you have some vegetables, like, okay, in the countries where they eat a lot of cornmeal, it's onions, tomatoes, squash, I'm forgetting something. Oh, peppers. So those might be pretty cheap or easy to grow, or you could have even dehydrated some of those. And so you're going to be able to get by, and you're going to be able to make some tamales. A lot of times, the people I've known that made tamales, you know, they would make up a bunch of tamale dough, and I gave you guys a really easy recipe, one of the best ones I found too. I'm going to be making them again soon. But when the meat would run out, they would just use green chilies, little slivers of potatoes, carrots, and corn, and that makes a really good tamale. And you can make up a lot of them, and you can freeze them, or you can freeze them ready to steam. So it's going to be so much better if you have rice and beans and you can make some tamales, or if you have beans and rice like the way we make it with ham. The meat is getting a little bit scanty like in some of these places. Wednesday I'm getting the Hello Fresh, but I don't want to buy too much meat in case, you know, it's fire season, in case the power goes out. Not freezable meat, but I will be stockpiling canned meat. So if you have like a big can of roast beef, you can make a little concoction with some potatoes and some carrots and some onions and some hot peppers of some sort, and fill potatoes or bread with them if you have it. So be stockpile, or if you have like some Spam, you can make some cheese and Spam sandwiches, or eggs and Spam. So, but if you don't have bread, it's going to be such a bummer. So those are three things you want to stockpile. And then try to get yourself, if you all you have is a little space, try to get some miniature fruit trees. Like in my backyard, now that I've been doing this, I could see how I could. Now on the one side that's a strip, if I took the bricks out, I could plant some miniature fruit trees, but I don't want to do that. But I have at least enough space back there, and if I planted them in pots, you know, I could have several. But I have at least, I would go for a lemon tree if, you know, those lemons that my son grew were really, really nice. I saved some of the lemons out, some to give to my neighbors, but also so I can make my son's a lemon meringue pie, and I will show you. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and every day say to yourself, I mean, what I like to do is like make a game out of it. I mean, it's not funny, but it's so much more pleasant when it's like a game. Yeah, I know I can go home and turn my air on. You know, that's not the point. It's like right now, someone said, well, why don't you wear short sleeve clothes? You'll be so, you guys, I'm fine when the car's going, but when you stop, it is so hot here. I could be naked. I would still be hot. Look at my poor plants. By the next morning, they're almost dead. They aren't wearing any clothes. It is unbelievable. It will show it's only 90 degrees, but it will literally fry. So, okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. I might have a tea party tonight, and God bless you all.